Okay, wait, before we get going, anything on that list, would that embarrass you?
No, my only complaint with the spotlight is it's just never bright enough. And
That's
so
right.
I'm not going to get embarrassed by things like that.
Oh my goodness,
So
okay.
that's just normal everyday stuff. You know, so no, that. There are probably some things that would, but nothing from that list.
Okay.
Nothing from that list.
Sounds
In a deposition or when you're standing against before a judge, would you ever use the term hunkus?
Or bunkins.
Or bunkus. No, I would.
He's
I
a
would just say-
professional.
no, I would say the words that you're not supposed to use, and I would get into trouble.
Oh,
is that right?
Yeah, it's just, you know, because you're calling attention to yourself. You got to have fun. Oh, fact or fiction?
Fact or fiction, this is where we take whatever Noble says that could be an Oklahoma law, or he's making it up. You decide at home as well. What's today's
And Owen
fact or
is
fiction?
6-1. Is that what we are today?
Heck
6-1.
yeah.
Mecca, you're just 2-5.
I'm just your friend. It doesn't
I
need-
know.
you know,
We're
I'm
closer
just-
than fact.
there we
Your
go.
mother loves me, but
Yeah,
other than that, we
true.
can do
Gina
that.
does love you.
So here's the deal today. So did you guys, either one of you guys, watch the show Friends?
Oh, yeah.
We did.
That show growing up, and I mean, do you remember the characters' names?
Ross and Rachel.
Okay.
Rachel.
Well, there's an ordinance. There's an ordinance in Norman that would make that show illegal in the sense that, and you would not think in a college town that there would be an ordinance that would restrict how many people can live in a house. But despite the fact it's a college town, Norman, Oklahoma has an ordinance that says no more than 4 people can live in a residence. No, 3 people. No more than 3 people can live in a residence that are not related. So if you have 4 college roommates come together and say, we're going to get an apartment together. Now, you would think this wouldn't be the case in a college town. We're going to get an apartment together. We're going to get a 4-bedroom apartment. If none of them are related, that is illegal under the Norman ordinance. It's subject to a $750 fine. And so Norman's the only city in Oklahoma that has this ordinance that restricts how many people from non-family members can live together. It seems kind of odd, especially at a time, you know, they don't have a problem if it's grandma and grandpa need to move in with their kids, because in today's struggling times, but you can't do it if you're not related together. So what do you think about that?
Was this an issue? Was this a big issue during the show?
So it was passed in 1954,
Oh.
which is an unusual time to pass it, and they did it originally as a noise ordinance. That they said too many people that don't live together having these loud parties. We don't want that, and I don't know why they thought family members wouldn't have a loud party, but they said we're just going to restrict how many non-family members can live together in a home. Again, it's in Norman, so college town. You wouldn't think it'd be that way.
When did typical noise ordinances become a thing, kind of either around cities or around states? As a lawyer, do you know that?
No, I mean, I think it would vary by towns and cities as towns grow. I mean, in Burns Flat, Oklahoma, where I'm from, I doubt there's a noise ordinance because you don't have enough people. In bigger towns, obviously, you have more of a constricted, they're forcing people together in events and music and things like that. But that was the general basis for it originally, was noise. Now, that sounds like a little bit of an excuse. They just, for whatever reason, somebody decided they didn't want non-family members living together.
For the noise, not because, you know, some people call this a Bible Belt, and in the early 50s, that would have been the reason.
Well, there was an old urban legend going around Oklahoma not long ago that out at OCU on 23rd Year Street, that you couldn't have 4 women live together that weren't related because it would be considered a brothel, which is ridiculous, but that was an urban legend. It's not true, but that was something that passed around for a long time. But that's kind of based on the fact that there are these ordinances in some towns. Norman's the only one, and I know how you are about these exclusionary rules where this is the only city. You've said that to me before. And again, it seems odd, I think, in a college town because you know you're going to have kids come together and try to share expenses and rent an apartment.
Right.
But that's the rule. That's the rule.
Okay, wait, ask it again. So what is what are we factoring?
Is it true that Norman, Oklahoma has a local ordinance that restricts people living together no more than 3 different family members? Like it could be 4 cousins, it could be a husband and a wife with 3 kids, but you can't have more than 3 that are coming from different families where they don't live together. Is that true? And it's the only city in Oklahoma.
Go ahead.
Tell us what you think at home, too, fact or fiction. I'm thinking 1954, we were just starting our national championship run. Coach Bud probably liked a little bit of noise. I'm going to call this a fiction.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go with fact.
Oh, well, you know what? You can thank my Channel 4 news rep for this, Nanette. She's the one who put me onto this. It is, Owen is now 6-2.
Man.
No, Owen loses. Norman, Oklahoma has a local ordinance.
Finally.
$750 a day fine.
Nan, you have to come give me a high five on that one. Finally
This
won.
is Nan. She's one of my best friend Craig's +1.
Why are you
I call
working-
her the +1.
Why are you working against me?
She said this
'Cause
to
she's
me
on
last
hockey.
night, and it is 100% true. Norman has a local ordinance.
And it's still in effect.
It is, and it's from 1954, $750 fine. The fine has increased over time, and it's the only city in Oklahoma that has that ordinance.
Dang.
Can I get a high five from you two?
You get a high five.
Finally.
Yes, you won,
Yes.
Oren. You know what we call people like Oren? Losers. Losers. Oren's a loser. Owen's a loser.
That's okay. That's okay.
He and
two
the
are
San
truly
Antonio
like brothers.
Spurs are losers
Oh
in
my
Oklahoma.
gosh.
That's true.
Right.
I'll take the winning record, though.
You are now 6-2.
Okay.
I had told him, for those of you listening, that if he would lose on purpose, and he refused to do so for pride, I have a suite for Game 5, and I said, you can come sit in my suite if you will lose on purpose, so I don't have to look stupid. And he refused,
Oh
and then he
my-
lost anyway,
I lost.
which makes him a double loser.
So
Which means I'm coming
not
to the
in
suite.
fight.
You're on the
That's
way.
what
Yeah,
that means. I'm on the
Mecca's
list is what
coming.
that
You're,
means.
Mecca's
gotta go.
in. You're
We
out.
gotta go. Your clock is over, Noble, especially today.
Oh my goodness.
Thank Noble McIntyre, McIntyreLaw.com.
Yeah.